Meet Dot. Dot did everything right. He's 36, he's got a steady office job. He spent a decade grinding, skipping the daily $5 lattes and staring at spreadsheets. Last week, he hit the milestone, the big six-figure balance, $100,000. Dot feels like a king. He thinks he's found the exit ramp. He's looking at the 2026 markets like they're a vending machine. Drop in the 100K, pull the lever, and out pops a golden retirement. Dot is wrong. Dot is actually in more danger now than when he had zero. Why? Because $100,000 is the most dangerous amount of money in the world. It's enough to make you feel powerful, but not enough to actually protect you. It's the death zone of personal finance. In the next 10 minutes, we are going to dismantle the 2026 retirement myth. We aren't talking about moonshots or passive income fantasies. We're talking about systemic mechanics. We're talking about why the math you've been taught is designed to keep you running on the treadmill until the day you drop. Put down the champagne, Dot. We have work to do. Why does $100,000 feel like the finish line? It's a psychological anchor. In behavioral economics, we call this numerical salience. Humans love round numbers. We treat them as psychological plateaus. But the market doesn't care about your round numbers. The economy doesn't reset because you added another zero to your bank statement. In 2026, $100,000 isn't wealth. It's a down payment. It's 2 years of high-end medical bills. It's a safety net with holes in it. The first trap Dot falls into is the wealth illusion. He sees the principle, but he ignores the software of money, inflation, tax drag, and the rising cost of complexity. When you have $1,000, your problems are simple. When you have $100,000, you become a target for every systemic trap in the book. Have you heard of the hedonic treadmill? Study after study shows that as soon as Dad hits 100K, his baseline for enough shifts. Suddenly, the sedan feels cramped. The vacation needs an upgrade. This isn't just greed, it's biological. Your brain is wired to seek the next threshold. But here is the blunt truth. If you treat 100K as retirement gold, you've already lost. Retirement isn't a number, it's a cash flow system. Let's look at the math. The safe withdrawal rate was built for a different century. If Dot retires on 100K today, using the classic 4% rule, he's living on $4,000 a year. Does that sound like gold to you? Or does it sound like poverty? The systemic trap of 2026 is yield compression. In a world of high debt and volatile interest rates, finding a safe place to park money that actually beats the real-world cost of living is like trying to find a quiet corner in a riot. We need to talk about survivorship bias. You see the influencers, you see the success stories. What you don't see are the millions of dots who parked their money in safe indices right before a decade-long stagnation. You don't see the people who forgot that the government is a senior partner in your portfolio. When you move from 5 figures to 6, you entered the systemic friction zone. Tax brackets, they shift. Opportunity cost, every dollar sitting idle is a dollar dying. Sophistication gap, you are now playing in the same pool as institutional algorithms. Do you think your gut feeling can beat a server farm in New Jersey that executes trades in microseconds? Dot thinks he's investing. In reality, he's providing liquidity for the big players. There is a study by Barber and Odine that analyzed thousands of brokerage accounts. The result? The more people traded, the worse they did. Dot is at high risk for overconfidence bias. He thinks because he saved 100K, he is a genius at money management. Saving is about discipline. Investing is about risk management. These are two completely different skill sets. Dot starts looking at alternative assets. He starts looking at high-yield promotions that promise the world. He's looking for a shortcut because deep down he knows 100K isn't enough. This is where the hidden economic traps come in. Financial products are sold, not bought. If a fund is offering you a guaranteed 8% in a 4% world, ask yourself, who is the sucker in this transaction? Hint, it's usually Dot. Look at the 1970s. People had gold in their bank accounts. On paper, they were richer than ever. In reality, the purchasing power was being melted down by a systemic hidden tax. We are seeing the same mechanics in 2026. Nominal gains are easy. Real gains, after accounting for the price of energy, housing, and healthcare, are brutal. Dot thinks his 100K is a shield. Historically, a shield that doesn't grow is just a heavy weight to carry while you sink. Money isn't a stagnant pool, it's a river. If you aren't rowing faster than the current of the system, you are moving backward. So, what happened to Dot? Dot didn't buy the retirement gold dream. He realized that $100,000 wasn't his destination. It was his fuel. He stopped looking for the one trade that would make him rich. Instead, he looked at the mechanics. He focused on lowering his systemic friction, cutting unnecessary fees, optimizing his tax exposure, and diversifying away from single point of failure risks. Dot realized that the most valuable asset he had wasn't the money itself, but the systemic knowledge of how to keep it. He stopped being a consumer of financial myths and became an architect of his own stability. He didn't retire in 2026. He built a foundation so that when he does retire, it isn't based on luck or a vending machine market. It's based on math. Cold, blunt, cynical math. The 100K milestone is a great start, but don't let it be your finish line. Don't let the wealth illusion blind you to the systemic traps of 2026. The system isn't designed for you to win. It's designed for you to participate. If you want to win, you have to understand the mechanics better than the people who built them. If this breakdown made you think twice about your number, hit the like button. It helps us fight the algorithm. Subscribe if you're tired of the get-rich-quick noise and want to see the actual software of wealth. And leave a comment below. What was the biggest financial trap you've encountered so far? I read every single one. Stay sharp. The system never sleeps. Neither should your skepticism.